This is a quick video that's meant to teach you how to use the audio recording software Audacity. Audacity can be used on any personal computer, either PC or Mac. The first step would be to download Audacity, and you can get to their website just by Googling Audacity and going to the first results or www.audacityteam.org. So now we're at Audacity's website. The quickest and easiest way to download it is to click the download button. Once Audacity is installed, when you first open the software, it's going to look like this. It will have a pop-up window with just a quick help document, the manual for the software, and linking you to the forums as a way to ask people online for very specific questions. But because we're just doing something very simple, just recording us talking, we're not doing any editing on top of that, you only need to know about a few different functionalities of this tool. So, before you start recording, the first most important thing to do is to make sure you have the proper microphone selected. So this is just a drop-down menu. Because I have a condenser microphone, I have the condenser microphone selected here. But I could just as easily use the microphone that's attached to my headset or like a default audio device. It should be apparent to you which one to use in this drop-down menu. Then you want to make sure you have the proper output device selected. So what speakers is the sound going to when you play back your recording? Because I'm wearing a headset, this is what I have chosen right here, and I don't have like any external speakers attached to my computer. So this is how I want the sound to come out when I play it, just to make sure that my recording sounds good. And then up here, you have your microphone input volume. So this is how loud this program is going to record your voice, the level that it will record your voice. And this is the playback volume, just how loud is it when you're listening to what you've recorded. Okay, so now that we know about all that, we can start recording. And it's as easy as hitting this big red record button. So let's do that. So now that I'm recording, you can see the waveforms of my voice forming as I speak. So now let's stop the recording. Once we're done saying what we need to say, we just hit this black square, that's stop. And I can see that the level, based on these waveforms of my voice, I can see that the levels are pretty good. They're not too loud. If a waveform was too loud, this blue would go all the way to the top and bottoms of the track, and that means that the playback would just simply be like deafening. It's blowing out the speakers. And maybe what I would want to do in that case is bring my recording volume down just a touch and try again. So before you start recording the whole chapter of Fish in a Tree, it's good to just do a little test recording of you talking as loud as you're going to talk. And the same thing for if these waveforms, you can barely see them. That means your input volume is too quiet, and you would just want to bump it up a little bit. But let's listen back to what we've recorded and just make sure that it sounds good. So now that I'm recording, you can see the waveforms of my voice forming as I speak, and that sounds good. It sounds perfect to me. So now we have this audio track with our voice that we've recorded, but what we need to do is to export it from this program so that we get an audio file of this recording. So what we do is we go to File, Export. So we have all of these exporting options here. If you are on a Windows computer, I suggest exporting it as a WAV. If you are on another kind of computer like a Mac, I would recommend exporting it as an OGG file. All that is an open source file format that is not specific to Windows, like a WAV is. So because I'm on a Windows machine, I'm just going to export it as a wave. Go to my BPS editing folder, call it test recording, save. All this is fine, okay. Now if I navigate to that folder, if I can remember the path, videos, BPS editing, here we go. We have test recording right here. And it's that easy. If I wanted to upload this to Google Docs, I would just, or Google Drive. We'll get onto my school email. I literally would just go new, file, upload, navigate to wherever I stored that audio file on this computer. Open test recording, and now it's uploading in the bottom left. And it's as simple as that. So I hope that this video tutorial was helpful in getting you comfortable using Audacity.